Hey everybody, I'm Monika McKenzie, joined today by Rett McGibbon to recap the national championship title winners, the D1 women's hockey team here at Liberty. They're actually the only team at Liberty to have a national title. Now they have two.
That's right.
So just recap their amazing, successful season that they had.
It's always tough when you're number one for the majority of the season because you've got just this massive target on your back. Everybody wants to beat the best team, right? So the fact that they were able to carry number one for the majority of the season and then go on to nationals and play their way through and win a national title that's a lot of work. And I think some people at home probably think, it's not that hard. You're the best team, obviously, but like we said, everybody wants to take down the best. So, yeah.
Just recap that game that we saw where they won the national championship title. It was kind of getting a little stressful down to the very few last minutes.
Yeah, tell me about it. I was getting nervous. Great to see their power play connect there in that second period, and Shelby Bradford, tournament MVP, getting the goal. And I think that's one thing Chris Lowe's does so well, and he has his teams prepared PK and power play. They always, no matter, every team I've seen that Chris has coached always has a solid specialty teams unit. So, and then, my girl, Smybert, sniping. That was just a gorgeous goal. I was pumped when I saw that. And then, that one, they score with 40 seconds left, Adrian, and I was just like, oh no, you're going to be on your heels a bit. But got to give a lot of credit to Chantel Kerr. She played amazing between the pipes and made some stellar saves. And great to see people like Chris Lowe's get his, Justin Forth, guys that have been to that championship game and have tasted defeat. And finally to go end the season as a winner is great to see for both of them.
Yeah, and talking about Chris Lowe's, you had to put a smile on your face when you saw him getting that championship title around his neck. He came so close with the D2 men's team for the past 2 years. Now finally getting it. You're a coach yourself, a former coach. Just talk about what that moment would have meant for him. It's
great to see. I've known Chris for such a long time. And, I've been to his house in Peterborough and I've hung out with him and watched, hockey and baseball in the summers and in wintertime. So to see a friend win a national championship, and especially, like you said, after going to 2 national championship games the last 2 years and to lose, but then to move on and to have a really solid team that wins a national championship, you could see in his post-game interview, he was exhausted, but I'm sure he was so happy. It's just so many emotions that you go throughout the course of a game, let alone a whole season. So, to see that group of ladies and that coaching staff to win and to know the amount of work and preparation that they put into their product, it's great to see them get rewarded for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the team has been ranked up there at the top for the past few years. Do you think winning a title now puts an even bigger target on their back, if that's possible?
Yeah, I think it does. And next year's going to be even harder. And the women's D1 is getting better and better every year. There's a lot more talent getting infused into that league, and Adrian, in some ways you could say they outplayed Liberty in that final game. Chantel Kerr just was lights out, right? Just made some huge stops. But Miami of Ohio, I'm sure, is going to get some talent, be strong again. And you've got Adrian that looks primed to be solid, and the top 8 to 10 teams there. Only 8 make it, but there is some quality players going into that league. So yeah, the target's going to get even bigger.
Yep.
Yeah. One other thing, can I throw you off here, is that it's cool to see that group come together for a collective theme. And that was Sarah Stevenson this year. They dedicated the season and that championship to her and the 4 seniors on that team. I'm sure an emotional game for them, as they're it's tough to always to lose a friend, a close friend, and to see that moment was really special as well too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Rett, thanks so much for your insight this season. We want to say congrats to the women for bringing home the national championship title.